Hello everyone. In the last video we have had a look on the if condition and also we have noted that we encountered a small issue that when this if condition itself is not enough during some situations, right? So I showed you when we are passing the value, the analog value beyond a particular value, the LED is switching on, but when I am reverting it back, that means when I am decreasing the value, less than that value, particular value, the LED is not going off. And I gave you a nice explanation why it is the way it is, and it makes sense. Okay, we never switched off LED. So what we are supposed to do to validate it is we have to write the rest of the part. That means if this is true, we are switching on the LED, right? So what if this is false? That means if the value is less than this particular 511, that means this becomes false. We have to give a command. So how to do it? Okay, we have to see that. Okay, so we know we have an if condition normally, if statement or if logic or whatever, that has a condition check and two curly braces, right? Where is the curly braces? It's there. Okay, so let's say if the condition is happening, you are writing, okay, if the condition is true, you are writing a command. That's fine. Okay, something is happening. So what if the condition is false? What we simply do is we skip the if condition, right, and we go further, right? We go further. If the condition is true, we do these things and we go further. If the condition is false, we skip this thing and we go further, right? So if there is another line, okay, another line here, this line will be implemented. If the condition is true, this will be happening and the line will be implemented. If the condition is false, this will be skipped and the line will be implemented, right? Anyway, this line is going to be implemented, right? Let it be this way. Okay, so we want something to happen when the condition is false. Okay, we want some order to happen only if the condition is false, not always, right? So how can we do it is we have an option here. Okay, we have something called else. Okay, see the else is connected with that if condition. If else, that means if condition, okay, if the condition is evaluated to be true, we will implement the command. Okay, and then what we'll do is, so else also will have two curly braces. Okay, see this, guys. If this particular condition is true, we will implement this. Then what we'll do is we will skip the else because it is true. Okay, we will skip the else. That means the two curly braces owned by the else we will skip and we'll go to the next line. Okay, and if there is something in the next line, we will implement this. Okay, let's say if the condition is false, what we will do? We will see the starting point and ending point of the if part, if block, and we will skip them, and immediately we will jump into the else part and we will do whatever the else part having. Okay, so let's say command 2. Okay, we will do that and we will come out of the else condition and we will do this scenario. So you can always think this is the scenario. So let's say if you pass the exam, okay, what will your mommy do? She will give you a gift. Okay, so if you write only this part, okay, this thing, if you fail the exam, what will happen? She will not give you the gift, but she is not doing anything else. But let's say if she fails your exam, she is sending you to the extra classes. Okay, so to do that we have to write another thing. That means if it becomes false, what we should do? So if this condition becomes true, your mommy will give you a gift. What if this condition becomes false? So we have to write something for that, right? So that is why we have the else scenario. Else, that means if this is false, then only we can have else. If it becomes true, we don't even worry about the else, right? Else you will go to the extra classes. You get the point, right? Same scenario is happening here. If a particular condition is true, we do a particular command. If that particular command and we skip the else part, we don't care about the else and we will go beyond this. Okay, we will go to the next line. If this particular condition become false, we skip everything and we immediately jump into the else part. Because if you don't pass the exam, if passing the exam becomes false, obviously your mom will do the else part. She will send you extra classes. Okay, so we will jump into the else part and do it, and we will come out of that and we will implement the next line. You understand, guys? So now in our LED scenario, what is the problem? If this value is X value is greater than 511, we do something, right? But when we revert it back, I mean when I decrease it, we come here and we skip it and we don't have any other commands, because it became false but we didn't say anything to do when there is a false statement. So what I will do is I will write an else statement, and there I will write to switch off the LED like this. Okay, when it becomes false, your mom is not doing anything. So that I am telling, okay, if this becomes false, that means if you don't pass the exam, please send him to the extra classes. Okay, so same thing, if this value is scenario is become false, you will have an else condition where we switch off the LED. So every time the iteration happens, if this becomes false, we have a separate command to switch off the LED. Okay, and we have other lines of code if you want, that will be running anyway, whether it is true or false, that will be running because they are out of this if else conditions. Okay guys, that's good. So what I will do is I will come here, I will see, okay, if X is greater than 511, I will switch on the LED. Then where we have to write is, I will type an enter, maybe here I will write an else, and I will have two curly braces. Okay guys, so else should have two curly braces. So the two curly braces are owned by the else. So this is the area of the else. So this is the else block, this is the if block, and this is the else block. And also remember, this else is always connected with this if. Okay, so this if condition true, we will do it, and if this if condition false, we come to this else, like husband and wife. So he is the husband of this else, or else is the wife of this if. Okay, so they are connected to each other. Okay, if can stay without if, else don't think about this is no feminism stuff, I am just saying an example. So if condition can, or we can say this is wife, this is husband, that's also fine. If condition have can exist without an else if you don't need, but else cannot exist without an if condition. That's logical, right? So here if you see it, your else cannot exist without an if condition, right? That doesn't make sense. You get the point, right? So what I will do is I will say, okay, first iteration we will increase this thing, okay, and yeah, we switch on the LED, right? And let's say in the second iteration X goes less than 500, so we don't have an option to switch off, but this is false. So what I will do is I will have an else condition, else block, where when it comes false, else block will be implemented. Within that I will write a switch off scenario. Okay, so digital write 7 low. Okay guys, so now you can see, okay, clearly see at the first iteration, let's say I am slowly increasing, it is not beyond 511, but in this scenario we are getting into the else condition. Okay, earlier we don't have any condition, because of that by default LED was off, but now we have an else condition. But don't worry, there also we are switching off LED, so LED will be off, right? Then again you come slowly increase, LED will be off until it is passing that particular value, because this is false. Then let's say at one iteration X is surpassing 511, so this if condition become true, and we implement this digital write switch on, we switch on the LED, right? And then we come here, and immediately after switching on the LED, what we will do, we skip the else part, because if this is become true, this can't be false as well. Okay, this can only be either true or false. Now it is true, so it is not false anywhere, so we skip the else part and we come to the line number 18, we come here and we read it again, right? So let's say at this moment I reverted it back, I decreased the other way around, and the value has gone down, okay, less than 511. So this evaluates to be false. So immediately we will skip everything from this curly braces to this curly braces, and we immediately, without thinking of anything, jump into the else part. So what is inside the else part? Switching off the LED. So LED will go off again. You get the point? Even though it becomes on at the second iteration, since this becomes false, we have an else condition to validate it, so that we switch off the LED. Okay, so now no matter how many times you are rotating, going beyond the 511, now going less than 511, every time this becomes true, we switch on the LED. Every time this becomes false, we simply have else part where we switch off the LED. So nothing will go wrong, guys. Okay guys, so I will do a demonstration in the upcoming video. Follow me up in the next video, guys.